Today we cook salmon 3 ways. It's a big piece of fish. Tastes fabulous. Still warm, moist, tender. I'll cook perfect. Let's start. Let's start. Let's start. Hi guys, Chef Jamie here. Today we cook salmon 3 ways. We've got teriyaki salmon, salmon en papillote, then we also have salmon rillettes. Salmon's a great thing to cook, whether you're a beginner or whether you're an expert. The first thing I want to explain and talk to you a little bit about salmon. You know, we've got a really nice meaty salmon, and the salmon you actually see is what we call Atlantic salmon, and that's the most common salmon you will find. And also, when we can, always try and keep it with the skin on. You know, the salmon's a very meaty kind of fish. So what we should do is we should allow it to come to room temperature before we actually cook it. And if you don't let it get to room temperature, it's going to contract. And also exactly the same process once you finish cooking. Okay, you need to make sure that you keep your salmon rested before we actually cook. Okay guys, so the first thing we need to make is we need to make the teriyaki sauce. With the salmon, we're going to be making the teriyaki sauce first. First thing we're going to do is we've got some peeled garlic and ginger here, okay? Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding our soy sauce, honey, and mirin to that. So guys, we're going to remove the measuring cup and then we're going to be cooking our marinade. Now, while that's warming up, we're going to be getting our thickening agent together. So we're going to add a couple of teaspoons of corn flour. We're going to be mixing it up, and then we're going to be very carefully pouring our corn flour into the mixing bowl to help thicken that sauce up. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be dressing some of the marinade over the top. Okay, guys, so look, our salmon has had about 20 minutes sort of marinating. As that teriyaki sauce has kind of cooled down, I'm going to put it skin side down, and then with the excess on our plate, we're just going to brush it over the actual salmon. So we're going to pour some water inside of our mixing bowl, around about a quart, and then we're going to add our soba noodles. We're going to add our French beans. We're going to insert. Now we're going to be cooking that, steaming it for 20 minutes. And then this salmon is done. I'm going to put that to one side. We're going to leave it right there just to rest. I'm just going to carefully pour our noodles just to kind of strain these noodles. Be very carefully. We're going to pour our noodles, lift our salmon, put it onto here. Here we go, teriyaki salmon. So we're going to make our second dish now, which is our salmon Papillote. Now inside the mixing bowl, we have about half a quart of hot water in there, and we're just going to simply steam it all in one package. Okay, give it about 20 minutes again. First thing we want to do is we're going to very thinly slice. So we have our parchment paper. We're basically going to lay our fennel. Now we've got our salmon. It's going to be sitting on top now. So we're going to give this a really good season with some salt and pepper. We got some cherry tomatoes, garlic, and then we got some herbs. So parsley, tarragon. Now we use a generous amount of butter here. Kind of diet, you don't need to use so much, okay? And then a squeeze of lemon juice over the top, like so. Okay, so now what's we're left on doing now is we need to seal. So we now need to close this up. So we're gonna tighten it, and then we're just gonna roll it like so. Okay, once we fold it all up, okay, you need to make sure no steam's going to escape during the cooking, because you want to entrap all that amazing flavor from all the herbs and the spices in there. And then we're going to simply, very carefully, we're going to add our fish, and then we're going to be cooking it. Now, all we're going to do, we're going to be very careful, and we're going to lift it onto this plate here. So guys, here we have it. Okay, our en papillote steamed salmon. Okay guys, so look, the final and third dish that we are going to be doing is we're going to be making this salmon rillettes. So the first thing we need to do, okay, is we need to add our shallots and garlic, and we're going to put the butter in. And we're going to insert the lid. Now we're just going to saute okay, our garlic and onion mix. Now what we're going to be using here is we have some salmon that we've actually cooked on steaming mode, okay, for again 15 to 20 minutes. I'm just going to show you the salmon, okay, that's beautifully cooked. Now it's very important at this stage that you must let your salmon go cold before put it into the mix, because we're using sour cream and we're using dairy products. If your salmon's not cold, or at least at room temperature, okay, then it's going to cook your sour cream, which is something what we definitely do not want. Okay, so again, all we need to do is we're going to peel this skin off. You see, there's a little bit of fat underneath there, which is actually what we need. Now, what we're going to do, we're just going to give it a little bit of stir, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add our cayenne pepper, our anchovy, a teaspoon horseradish, and then a few capers, and then our salmon's going to go inside here. Then our sour cream is going to go in. Now if you don't have sour cream, creme fraiche is perfect for this also. A squeeze of lemon juice and some salt and pepper. Okay, we're just going to add some of our mix into here. You could also put some smoked salmon through here too. It also works great. Okay. Then we also have salmon rillettes. If there's anything special you want to cook, any ingredient or any particular kind of food, let us know, and then we can cook it all together next month.